Hello everyone, Treasure again with the 3D animation course in Blender. This is our third lesson and it's actually a bonus because I realized that in the original explanation of the 3D concept, we talked about the X, Y, and Z axis. But when you start going into Blender and you start using it, you might discover a little discrepancy between the axis being used, the X, Y, and Z axis, and how Blender handles the X, Y, and Z axis. So this is just a bonus video to clarify that concept. Please enjoy. Now, a very quick note before we proceed. I've said that the y-axis makes the objects move up and down, and the z-axis makes the objects move forward and backwards. However, in some 3D softwares, it is the other way around. The y-axis is responsible for moving the object forward and backwards, and the z-axis is responsible for moving the object up and down. Now, I want you to understand that this is completely normal. This does not make one software more 3D than the other. It's just a matter of orientation and perspective. So to understand this, if we imagine we have a man on our 2D graph, and we are looking at him head on, we're facing him head on. When he moves on the y-axis, he will be going up and down. And when we add the third dimension, which is the z-axis, when he's coming towards us, he will be coming forward. And when he's going away from us, he will be going backwards. So he'll be going forward and backwards. However, if we assume that we're looking at him from the top, and when he's moving on the y-axis, he will be going forward and backwards. Then when we add the z direction, when he's moving towards us and away from us, it will look like he's jumping or falling. So if he's coming towards us, he'll be going up, and if he's going away from us, he will be going down. So it's still 3 dimensions, whether the Y is the up and down of that software or the Z is the up and down of that software. So long as it has 3 axes of movement, it is still 3D. The only thing that has changed is how that software is calculating its up and down direction. Blender actually calculates the Z axis as up and down, but I just want you to be aware of this so that it doesn't confuse you whenever you see this discrepancy in any 3D software. It's completely normal. And that's all for explaining the difference between the Y up and the Z up axis. So in our next video, we're finally going to go into our 3D software of choice, Blender, and we can start by installing it in your system. So make sure you follow through, and I'll see you in the next one.
Enjoy all these premium courses in this channel for free.